Hello everybody, today I just wanted to do a day 1 Legendaryless build just to show you something you can do in order to actually unlock the aspects, as well as talk about my streaming plan. So I'm going to start streaming at 7 p.m. on Friday night, which will be June 2nd, probably at about 7 p.m. Unfortunately, I had some work things I have to take care of, but after that I will be streaming Saturday and Sunday for oh god, probably 12 to 16 hours a day, so come over and watch if you'd like to see that. And then once Sunday hits, I'll have a better idea on how, what days I'm going to stream and stuff like that. I do have an inconsistent work schedule just because of the nature of the kind of work that I do. However, I'm not going to be going back to work till the 16th of June, so I'll have plenty of time to stream this launch, so it'll be fun stuff. So first off, we're going to go Storm Strike, Enhanced Storm Strike, Fierce Storm Strike. The reason for this, DR, Immobilize, Vulnerability. Gives you a lot of good stuff. I'm going to go Shred, Enhanced Shred, and Raging Shred. This ability just outperforms these three until you get Legendaries. Once you get like Aspect of the Unseen Horror, Pulverize becomes really good because you get to start stacking those Earth passives and stuff with it because it makes it into an Earth skill. Pulverize actually becomes really good when that happens. And then Lightning Strike and Tornado are just generally speaking kind of bad, honestly. Tornado gets a lot better once you get the legendary for it that makes it seek targets, but until then I don't really find it all that great. When it comes to the basic skills, these two are just not that great. Maul can be good because it gives you Fortify. Claw isn't bad for single target damage if you need single target DPS, but Storm Strike kind of just does what all these other things do, but a little bit better. But if you do need to stay at a range just so you can dodge mechanics, you can respec into Wind Shear. After that, I'm going to go Blood Howl, Enhanced Blood Howl, and Innate Blood Howl. So this is because it's on a 15-second CD that gets reduced by kills, so I get to use this defensive cooldown more than any of the other ones, which in my opinion is kind of the better option. Once you get legendaries, like you can get the Earthen Bulwark legendary, that makes it to where, damage adds to the barrier's shield and stuff like that. So that's actually, our damage deal adds to barrier shield, which is pretty good. But if you don't have that, then I think Blood Howl is going to be the best, naked legendaryless defensive. You have Debilitating Roar, which does give you a burst of Fortify and a burst of healing, or I guess for 4% max life each second, but it's on a 22-second cooldown, so it's going to be a while before you can use it, and it does reduce things damage dealt by 7 seconds. But yeah, or I guess it's on an 18-second cooldown because the duration's 4 seconds. But yeah, so I'm going to go Blood Howl just because I can spam it. And also, you can get a legendary for it right in the first area that gives you crit whenever you use it, on top of giving your friends crit whenever they are in group. So we're going to come back here, put 2 points into Shred to unlock this. So you have two options. You can go Wolves, Enhanced Wolves into Ferocious Wolves if you need, if you're struggling to stay alive, and then you can go Poison Creeper, this, and Duration if you are not struggling to stay alive, but you're still going to take Wolves. It's just about which one you take first, because these things are going to, these two abilities are going to carry you. After that, we're not going to take any of these because we already have 5 abilities, but what we are going to do is go ahead and go level 18. So you probably aren't going to have Aspect of the Unseen Horror yet. You're not going to get that till later, but I would suggest that once you get Aspect of the Unseen Horror, to switch to Pulverize and start taking some of these Earth passives, as well as Natural Disaster, Resonance, Circle of Life, stuff like that. Or, and Changeling's Debt. So you'll just get, pretty much no matter which way you split it, you'll just get a ton of value out of Pulverize once you get the Pulverize legendaries, which is Aspect of Changeling's Debt and Aspect of the Unseen Horror, but you don't get those until after Act 1. So, also, I forgot to mention, there are 2 legendaries for Shred, Stormclaw, and Unsatiated, which is another reason why it's really good, is because you can actually get legendaries for Shred super early on. What Stormclaw does is it makes it to where your Shred does 30% damage in an AoE as lightning, and then in addition to the single target it does, and then the Unsatiated makes it to where your next werewolf skill that you use after using Shred is going to generate more spirit and cost less damage. So at that point you could switch to Claw if you wanted to, but it's not a huge deal. I think getting the Stormclaw aspect is kind of the main one that's better, but because you're going to really end up being carried by your companions. That's kind of what happens on the Druid now. Your companions are just going to do so much for you whenever you're in a Legendaryless build. Okay, so now we have 4 points that we need to put into something. So we have a couple options. So I'm just going to focus on increasing the shred damage. So I'm going to go 1, 2, I'm going to go this, and then I'm going to go 1, 2 to get a bunch of damage on my shred. Oh, nope, 1, 2, 3 to get a bunch of damage on my shred. Now I'm going to pick up Cataclysm, Prime Cataclysm. Don't really need this vulnerable thing at the moment. Like, you could pick it up if you wanted to, but I'm not going to, so we are level 26. So at this point we should have some legendaries on. However, if we don't, we have 7 things to pick, so we're going to go Quick Shift to give more damage to your shred. Then we're going to do this so you can get more Fortify. This is going to give you Fortify even though you don't have Skinwalkers yet, so Shape-Shifting fortifies you. So every time you use Shred, you're going to gain Fortify now for 5% of your life. On top of the Wolves are going to be fortifying you. On top of your Bloodhowl, you will have the defenses of the gods. So, after that, I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go, let's see what I need, 2 points. I'm going to go here and just pick up 20% extra companion damage. Then I'm going to go here. I'm going to pick up Ursine's Strength, just because while healthy, deal 30% increased damage. That's just strictly the best one because you don't have a whole lot of synergy with this yet in this particular build, but this isn't too bad. And then you're not using both Werebear and Werewolf abilities, so you don't really have a way of proccing this. However, I would say this is probably the best one if you do throw some type of a Werebear ability in here. So whether it be Debilitating Roar or Pulverize, or you take Trample, because Trample is also pretty good. You could take Trample, yeah, so then you can actually proc that and keep it up. Then this is probably going to be better. Alright, so after that, now it's just all about filling stuff out, taking passives and whatnot. So what I'm going to do is, so you're level 35, so at this point, I believe you should be able to get Aspect of the Ursine Horror. So what you can do is, we're going to go ahead and do this, pick up this, and then pick up this. So this is going to be a pretty massive damage, pretty big damage boost to your Cataclysm, as well as your Storm Strike. And then we're going to get rid of this. Okay, I can't get rid of that yet. Now I can get rid of it. So now, do Pulverize. You can do something like this, and then you can do something like this. Now I have more Storm stuff. Now I do actually put a lot of Storm stuff in this build, so I'm going to actually swap out something. So at this point, I'm actually going to do this, then another 12% increased damage. And then I'm actually going to take points out of this because I don't necessarily need this too much anymore. I think I'm going to go this, and I'm going to go this. No, I'm not going to do any of these. The reason why I'm taking Hurricane, though, is because you can get a really high damage, like 300% legendary for Hurricane as an aspect. So we're assuming that you're going to be able to get that now. Then you can grab that. Then you can grab this, this. We're also, and since we, actually, that's actually probably fine to take. Hold on. You could take nature. I mean, you could. I think, I don't know. I think right now Ursine's Strength is still better. We got that. Let's see, we got 2 points remaining. We will just do. Let's see. We need to put a point there to get 10% more companion damage. So another option here too, if you don't like this, is you can take points out of this, and you can buff up like Vine Creeper or something like that if you want. That's an option you can do. Or you could just leave 1 point in it, and you can do something like this. But actually, I'm pretty sure if you have Changeling's Debt, doing this and then doing this is probably best. And the reason why is because you increase the amount of damage your creeper's doing, and with Changeling's Debt, whenever you use Pulverize, it's going to automatically burst your Vine Creeper poison for 120 to 150% of the damage. So increasing this's damage by like 20% or whatever, I think is going to outdo getting this extra lightning bolt. But you can do whatever you want, whatever, you know, kind of fits your fancy, I guess you could say. Let's see here. But yeah, so this is looking like, this is just kind of a rough draft. You know, I'm going to change things as I go. You know, your build is heavily going to vary depending on the legendaries you get, the drops. But this is just a solid, you know, kind of starting point for a legendaryless build. You know, I've already shown you like 2 or 3 different variants you can do just in terms of passives and stuff like that. So yeah, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you guys next time.